Happy 10/10, coming to you live, coming to you well, coming to you full of gratitude. As always, you guys, it's been an amazing week. I spent some time with my son yesterday out at Dutch Hollow Farms, which I'll tell you what, I would rather go there to Apple Hill any day of the week. Whatever they've done, Brianna, at Apple or Dutch Hollow, they've updated the whole thing. They put walkways and it's clean and it's organized. It was actually pretty cool. My son had a great time yesterday. Go
Thank
ahead.
thank you for supporting them because he that is such a good farm and such a good family organization. Thank you for supporting them because they really take good care of their animals and good care of their farm and they really care about people.
It was dope. So I have the top producing team in all of Modesto. I coach with them. Their team was side. They had 300 of their past clients out there. 300. I don't know if anybody else was there, but it was 300 of their past clients. They had a taco truck out there taking pictures and running around. I got bit like 70 times by mosquitoes, but I had a great time overall. I got to spend time with my son. But let's go ahead and kick this thing off. As always, I'm going to have somebody bring us out on the field, share their thoughts, share their sentiment, set the tone for the day. Usually, this person takes us off the field, but this person's going to take us on the field. Yes, Kia, you know I'm talking to you. This person's going to bring us out on the field on this beautiful, amazing Friday morning. So, Kia, I'm going to pass the mic over to you. Share your thoughts, share your sentiment, and bring the team out on the field today. Let's go.
You were gonna call on me for some reason. Well, guys, it is Friday and we have accomplished so much this week, every single one of us, and we're here. We're still here. We're still hungry, right? And so my biggest thing that I always say, even when I'm overwhelmed, and trust me, this week was crazy, is, no matter what, like, the goal is always to eat, right? So we will never complain about our plates being full. That's what I got for y'all today.
Awesome. Awesome. So, well, I appreciate you. I appreciate the energy that you always bring to the call. Super, super excited. I wanted to start off, first off, welcome to well, I'm not really a guest. She's been here before, but Miss Vicky, how you doing, my friend?
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm doing pretty good. I saw the post and I was feeling a little low energy, so I know where to go when I need some energy.
All right. Well, if this serves as anything as a place for energy, hey, listen, I am huge on that and what that matters to us and to our growth. And so, Vicky, good to see your face. Thanks for being here. Let's get right into the conversation. I was reminded by something earlier, and I wanted to come full circle in this conversation. So a couple weeks ago, we did a social styles kind of breakdown. We looked at the different styles of behavior, of communication, different styles of how people interact. And so I wanted to know how many of you actually really evaluated the way that you communicate and the different types of personality types that are maybe a little bit difficult for you to communicate with. For example, that driver type of personality that is period, period, period. That's the way they talk. The amiable, who was a little bit more, comma, comma, comma. They like to talk to you and how they feel. Then you have somebody that is constantly evaluating, asking questions. The analytical type, the engineer, right? The accountant, someone that needs to know the numbers. And then you have the skeptic, somebody that just needs to have all the questions and they need constant reassurance. Like, as you guys have done this work, have you identified a certain personality that you guys are troubled with? And if so, how have you been able to combat that over the last couple of weeks if you are conscious of it? Has anybody thought about this, done that style of work, worked on their profiles, worked on their personality profiles? Has anybody done that? Because that's something we covered here. And I want to come full circle on that conversation because I think it's really, really important that we do. And if you're having a challenge, let's talk about best ways to overcome those challenges when dealing with the personalities that are a little bit more difficult for you. Anybody have anything? Anybody want to throw it out? And remember where we are, you guys. This is Keep It Moving. We're here for a reason. Let's go, Patrick.
Morning, y'all. Yeah, I remember I used to have a lot of trouble with the driver kind of personality, somebody that knows everything and just wanted to go bop 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 bop. Next step, next step, next step. I used to have a clash of mindset with him. I guess there was like an ego thing that was happening before, and I didn't know how to kind of drive or direct them to the right decisions or the better kind of situations without getting into their nerves or without losing rapport, without them, and I realized that in order to do that, in order to kind of not manipulate, in order to drive to get to the driving seat, you need them to drive the car first and let them see where it's going, and then tell them like, hey, so we tried your situation, we tried your decisions. How about let's go and see my perspective? Um, and so I guess having that shift and having that kind of patience with them, that's one thing that I didn't like. I didn't have that much patience with drivers. Like,
Mm,
yo, like why this is my job. I'm the expert, bro. Like, what are you doing?
mm.
So I guess just having more patience kind of helped that situation.
Okay, I love this. When you talk with a driver, what is one thing that they don't like? When you talk with a driver, what's something that they can't stand and they'll kind of tune you out?
Oh, they don't like how certain I am.
No, no, no. A driver would like how certain you are. Know what they don't like? They don't like fluff.
No, yeah, man, I guess in my experience, the way I kind of convey my certainty feel is I don't know. I feel like some of these clients that I've dealt with, they think that I'm just kind of lying to them or that I don't know anything,
Mm.
that I'm not experienced enough or something like that.
Mm, okay. Now that's an interesting point here. I think the driver for all of us, first off, in your world right now, drop a name of who you believe is a driver. Maybe it's someone on the team, maybe it's somebody that you know, maybe it's one who, like, drop somebody that you feel is a driver. That's that person who's just like short, sweet, to the point, get it done. Got it? Good. We're deadline's Tuesday. Perfect. Get it done. Boom, click. That's a driver, right? And then if I call a driver, I'm like, "Hi, Tom, how are you? Oh my God, how are the kids? Yeah, good, Elias. What's going on?" Right? They're like, sweet, short, to the point. That's it. Right? Facts, stats, figures, give it to me. Right? And so think about that. Drop a name down below in the chat if you can think of somebody. But Mara, let's go up to you really quick. Jay, okay. I like this. I like this. Let's go, Mara. What do you got for us?
So I struggle with personality types that have a lot of the pauses, like that don't communicate. If I'm an over communicator, so I'm noticing that when I'm with somebody who is kind of vague and they won't get right to the point because I am, I mean, I'm a sort of driver, but I'm also that what's the other side of it that's kind of sensitive and does want to have like the touch points.
Amiable.
I'm both of those, but when I'm with somebody who is maybe just analytical and won't give me enough feedback, I really struggle with that. I to this day, 47 years old, I still don't know how to handle them. I usually end up going, well, this isn't going to work, and I move on.
Okay. All right. So this is really good. So normally what you've done is you've retreated and be like, okay, this isn't going to work and I'm going to move on. Okay. So tell me, give me some context here because I want to have this dialogue with you. So you're sharing with somebody, they're giving you vague answers. When they're giving you vague answers, you continue to share. They're not giving you anything. You're like, ah, I don't really like working with. What do you do in that moment? What have you said? Anything that has done that you've done up to this point to kind of bridge that gap and get them closer to you?
I try, so being that I am, my background is medical, so I have a lot of different personality types there, right? A lot of sensitive situations similar to real estate. We're dealing with big things, big life changes. I do try to fill in the gaps until I realize like I'm not getting anywhere with you. That's when I back off and I try. It's very difficult for me. I do try to give them the space to put their thoughts together because that's part of what it is. I've found that this personality type takes more time to form a thought, to come out with what they're saying. They want it to be kind of meticulous, thought out, to the point, less words, like you said, less fluff. So I do try to back off a little bit and wait for their response. It's very difficult for me.
Okay. So are we talking about the driver type personality as well?
I guess that does kind of slide into that a little bit because there's not a lot of fluff, like you had mentioned with Patrick. They're they're very focused on the task and what needs to be done, but there isn't any touch points around that. So I tend to like fill in the space.
Okay. Okay. All right. This is really good stuff. Something that I've put into flow that has been effective is, Mara, say I'm dealing with a driver, right? And that high D personality, and my business partner is that. And so, did I hear you correctly? Did you say this? Did you say this? Did you say this? Anything else? Did I miss it? All right, cool. Let's get focus on that. So, like, making sure that if it is vague, short, and to the point, I just want to make sure that there's nothing more behind that. Hey, Mara, you told me this, you told me this, and you told me this. Is there anything else that I need to know in order for us to move forward? All right, cool. Awesome. Like, I want to give him an opportunity to share. I'm like, okay, Tom, anything else? Tell me a little bit more. Is there anything else? Wonderful. Let's move on. So it's just like, if I ask the question and I can get them to tell me that there's nothing else behind that, then cool. Then they're giving me what they want me to know, what they believe that I need to know in this situation, and then I move on. Right? Other people want to tell you everything, and they want you to be their therapist. They want you to share and open up, and you're going to have those clients. We're just like, oh my God, we've been talking for 30 minutes. You're going to have those as well. But I just want to make sure I heard you correctly, Tom. This, and this was important to you. Did I miss anything? Cool. Let me write that down and make sure I understand that at a high level. Perfect. Let's move on. Right? They want to know, period. Close the door. Period. Close the door. Period. Close the door. That's how their mind works. And so I'm like that with Kenny. You know what I don't tell Kenny? How are you? I'm curious at how he is. I love my brother, right? I'm curious to know, how are you? But I don't even say it because I know how it's going to be received. I know it's a hint. It's a hint of frustration. it's a hint of frustration. And so it's just short, sweet, to the point. And then I throw in "I love you" in at the end of our phone calls just to, to fuck with them. So, Mara, I appreciate this. Anybody else have a personality profile, a style of person, engineer, maybe the softer type, and maybe you're a hard nose, and it's hard for you to speak from the heart sometimes. Any other personality profiles that you guys are having challenges with and want to come full circle on this conversation, make sure that we close on this. Anybody else have anything? Or you guys are all just experts at all levels of communication and you guys don't want to say shit today? Is that where we're at? Everybody's experts on all levels of communication today? Because you're awfully quiet today. Remember, we're here for full participation. Let's go with Evangeline and we'll go Gary.
So, didn't want to add like a particular personality type that is difficult for me. I shared last time, but what I wanted to add was that in tech sales, so we were trained on this exact thing that we're talking about, right? Like the personality types, what to do, whatever. We were trained how to handle it is like drive that pain point, right? So in tech, it's like, are they an ROI manager focused on money? If they're, on the front lines, right? Like we're focusing on time saving, whatever it is. In a previous session, you've actually helped me to kind of synthesize that into real estate, which is like, okay, what is their pain point and stay there, but it's regarding emotion. Because the reality is that everybody wants to buy a home, right? Like we want that. It's the American dream. We're building wealth, all that good stuff. But what is their particular pain point? With the drivers, kind of a hard ass, it's like stay in that data. What is that? What is their pain point? And just completely twist that knife and drive that. And then for the emotional persons, maybe a little bit anxious, validate that anxiety and drive that pain point in. So we were just taught whatever is the pain point, stay there, and that's going to be your indicator in. So that's just what I wanted to share.
I absolutely love this. So really quick question. I'm going to pause for a quick second and then I'm getting over to Gary's hand. I want you guys to, in the chat, put who you believe you are. Are you the analytical type? Are you the driver type? Are you the amiable person? Are you the expressive? Are you a combo of two? So put yours in the chat down below. I have a really good sense of where you guys are at because I communicate with you. I get to hear you on these calls. I get to coach with you. I get to push you. I get to hear the things that are bothering you in life and business. So I have a pretty good understanding, but go ahead and put it down in the chat below. Do not be shy. Get involved in the conversation. So thank you. Absolutely, Evangeline, Kenny, Elias, and Mama Son. Yeah. All right. I appreciate you. All right. Let's go over to to Gary. Gary, what do you got for us, big dog?
Man, I'm not as analytical as everyone else. So I'm no expert either at the real estate communication, but what I've getting into this real estate game, what's helped me is create scenarios that make sense. If that um for instance, when I said Jay, we're talking about driver personalities. Jay is my well client, right? And he when I meet him, he's very, 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 very successful. So he has this presence about him of how do you know? How do you know? How do you know it's gonna be like that, Gary? This is what he's going from his experience. And I came up with a scenario that I think worked. I told him, Jay, this is your plane. You're the plane. You own this plane. You tell me where you want to go, we're gonna go there. Where you want to fly, we're gonna go there. I'm the air traffic controller. I see your plane, I see other planes. I know what's going on out there in the world, so I know how we're gonna get there safely. And since then, we've been friends, like real friends.
Mm. Okay, good, good, good. I like this. Look at, I see a lot of, I'm all mixed up. What is that? Brianna, you have a dominant, and in your dominant, you are definitely a driver, but you're very, very expressive, right? I see you when you're no bullshit, no way this is happening, but you're also a super caring person, right? Super, super caring person. But I want to look at some of the analyticals. When you look at the analyticals, I promise you, some of the analyticals in here are the ones that overthink things also when it comes to doing certain things. Like they're in their head over and over and over again. They think, they think, they think, and then sometimes it causes them not to do because they get stuck in their head. That's what I call a cerebral player. A cerebral player is somebody that is very, very mindful. They're very analytical. Sometimes, not all times, it could be analytical to a fault. I see it time and time again. And so I really like this. Evangeline says driver and expressive. So yeah, I absolutely. Mara says I'm a little mixed too. I'm in my head right now. Good. That's why we're doing this, you guys. This is why we're doing this. Vicky, you threw your hand up a little earlier. I want to make sure to come over to you. Let's go.
All right. So I just wanted to share just something that I've tried to teach my children. Of course, when they were little, it was all about the golden rule, right? Treat others how you want to be treated. But when it comes to communication, and this helps, so I feel like you become part of the 4 quadrants, is treat out others how they want to be treated. And so communication is you will reach them quicker if you treat them and speak to them the way they want to be spoken to.
Yeah. You guys, there's something in my pace, in our words, and when we're sitting with somebody, if you know ahead of time, based on someone's speech pattern and the questions that they ask, and talk to me about the numbers, talk to me about the math, what does that do? I want to make sure that all pencils out. When you do a buyer consultation or when you do a listing appointment, you're going to have to come with some facts, right? It can't be all greetings and salutations and, oh my God, how you feeling? Lovey-dovey and let's warm kumbaya. It can't be that, or you're going to lose that person. The hardest person in our business to deal with is the analytical. It's the hardest person. Show me all the numbers, show me all the stats, show me all the faith. They're always questioning the numbers. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Raise your hand if you've ever dealt with that person. If you've ever dealt with the analytical. God forbid you're a newer agent and you get an investor on the line and they want to run the numbers for me. And you're like, shit, that's the investor brain, right? And so what I want for everybody is to be able to oscillate, right? I'm not saying not be yourself, but be able to adjust your speech patterns based on who's in front of you. You see, if I'm doing a presentation or if I'm doing a coaching session with Tanisha, it's going to be vastly different than the way I would do a coaching call with Chris, somebody else, Evelyn. Everybody's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to analyze how you want to receive information, and I'm going to adjust. Now, I'm also going to be a kick in the ass. I'm going to be a driver like I am, but I also have to be able to create a space that allows that person to communicate and then respond accordingly. And you guys, as you're conscious about these things, because a lot of times we're not taught these things. Yeah, Evangeline comes from tech sales. I come from tech sales early on in my career. And so these are things that I was taught like at 18, 19 years old, but now I've done the deeper work over the years. And so it's important that you guys are reading books like the Social Styles Handbook. You guys are doing the DISC profile, the crystal nose, the Briggs-Myers. So you guys are super aware. As soon as somebody starts talking, you're going to know how to adjust your speech. You know what words to use, how to customize your presentation in a way that those people communicate with you and understand. Does that make sense, you guys? All right, cool. Let's do this. I want to go over to you guys. I want to hear about wins this week from an action standpoint. I want to know what you guys have created this week. What you did for phone calls, what you did for appointments won. You got an offer accepted. You got a listing live on the market. You got over a really, really tough situation with one of your consumers. You negotiated X amount for concessions. What action have you taken this week, and what have been the results in your business? I should see hands up. I should see hands up. And listen, if you're here and you've never raised your hand, get involved in the conversation. Get involved in the conversation. Everyone has a voice. Everyone has a contribution. So I got Mara. I got Gary. These are usual suspects. I'm going to pause for a little bit, and I'm just going to look at you weirdly. Alexis, throw your fucking hand up. Thank you. Who else? I need two more. Two more. What action did you take in your business this week, and what are the results? Remember, your message, your wins might inspire somebody else on this call. So Alexis, I will go to you, and thank you for throwing your hand up and having the courage. Her ink on her license just dried, you guys, and she's here involved in conversation by force. Let's go, Alexis.
I've been reaching a lot to my friends, like in my sphere of circles. So I've been getting great feedback as far as them wanting to use me as their agent. So really just getting myself out there. Don't have like a lot of leads and a lot of clients, so just getting myself out there. I'm going to the office later to print out things I'm going to hand out to my neighborhood, like where I'm locally from right now, for October local events in Daly City, San Mateo, and Half Moon Bay. So I got that all settled and printing it out, a couple of them later at the office. And then I'm getting my headshot today. So getting my business card done, all of that. So yeah, I'm super excited to just do it.
Okay, but let's pause for a quick second. Are you even on the team? Did you even have a real estate license until yesterday?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm onboarding.
So just got it. Just sent an email yesterday, sent me a text message this morning, but already out there doing the damn thing. So Alexis, congratulations. You guys might know her big brother. He's on the team. Jay, her mom's also on the team. So now this is a family affair, comes from all different angles, different communication styles. So I'm super excited for you. I am super, super excited. And the fact that you're taking this much action before you even got or before your license was even live shows a lot about your character, right? The fact that she's already printing stuff, she's already door knocking about what? The fall activities. What have I been talking about? Seasonality, Q4 marketing plan. Guys, listen up. Listen up. There's some great things that you guys are going to hear on this call. Let's go Mara, then we'll go Gary, and then we'll go Stephanie. So Mara, what do you got? Wins, action that you've taken this week, and the wins and the results. Let's go.
I have a listing presentation today, so that's a big deal. I'm really excited about that. So the action that I have taken to get me here is it's been doing these events. So my goal is to do an event every month. I'm gearing up for a trunk or treat at the Meadows of Napa Valley, which is a retirement community, because that's, those are kind of my people, is the people who are transitioning and just changing their life, and mobility and independence needs are all kind of shifting. So that's exactly what it is. It's a listing for a home that needs to be sold, and then it will turn into, theoretically, a buyer's agreement to get a multi-generational home for them. So
okay, so let's do this. Let's unpack this. When we look at this for your presentation today, where do you feel your client falls in the analytical driver, amiable, or the expressive? Where do you believe your client falls, and what personality profile?
I believe my client falls in the, this is tough.
It should be.
I don't know them well enough to do this. So I'm going to guess that we're going to go analytical amiable.
Okay, cool. Next, on Monday, I want us to come full circle on this, and you'll know based on your communication with them, the questions that they ask, which one they are dominant on. And let's see if you were right based on, it's an assumption now, you believe so, but let's come back on Monday to see where they're at. Okay.
Okay.
And what did you do in the moment to adjust based on the questions and the type of person that they are? So being conscious of it, you're going to start to hear things like, okay, I need to shift gears, or I need to do something, or I need to temper back, or I need to speed things up. You'll start to be able to be very, very in tune when you're in the presentation. Mara, stoked for you. Stoked for you. Let's go, Stephanie, and then Gary, you're on deck. Stephanie, what action did you take in your business this week, and what are the positive results? Let's roll.
So I dug deep. I got another client from Wells Fargo. They couldn't do the loan. Sometimes loans are like Tetris, right? You got to find the perfect way to make things work. So this was a family that was denied at Wells Fargo. They came to me. I got them approved super fast. Sometimes the less documentation you have is more, and it helps get the loan done. So I'm super proud of that because every transaction is a family. There's a story behind it, right? These are people's lives. And so when they're turned down somewhere else and they come here and I'm able to turn it around, like that makes me so proud. And I tell everybody, like, if there's a way to get this done, best believe I'm gonna find out how. I will find it. Might take some time, but I'm gonna find it. And I did. And I'm so excited for them because now they're gonna get their home, and it's a lower price home. Their options were limited. And I just feel like that's kind of how I've been talking to a lot of clients. And like I tell everyone, like, if they're denied somewhere else, send them to me. If there's a way, I'll figure it out. I never tell anybody no. I tell them, look, this is where you're at. And if you want to get here, you need to do this, this, and that. Right. And so I think because of the way I approach things, that has really helped me boost my business. And now we're 10 days into Q4 and I have 10 escrows.
Is that above normal for you, or is that like
that's like above normal for me? Yeah.
hell yeah. I love it, Stephanie. I love when you share. I love the confidence that I've seen in the last couple of years of working with you, having you on these calls. Like, it's just been really cool to see all your growth. I'm going to pause for a quick second because I want to make sure that I'm not sure if we mentioned it on this call, but I want to share this thought with you. I think it came up at our Q4 planning meeting. How many of you are actively going after expireds? Please just raise your hand if you're going after any expireds. Okay, so how do we use the time of year that we're in right now, spooky season, and everything that's going on with Halloween? How do we use that in marketing to an expired? And I want to stay here for a second, and then I'm gonna get to the other hands. Anybody have any thoughts or any ideas? Go ahead and take yourself off of mute. I want to have an open dialogue on this. Thinking about Halloween, spooky season, all the things that are going on. Kelly, how can we use that and leverage that in our communication?
Frankenstein, you can use it like bringing back the dead. Okay.
Okay. All right. I like this. I like this. Anybody else have any thoughts?
The unhaunted house, something around the haunted house theme, something around to be able to make it unhaunted, the haunted turn, something around that. Like,
okay.
literally.
I love where you guys are going. I love how the mind is working. I want to challenge any of you to do this campaign. I want to challenge you right now. You will or you will not. It's an 8x5 postcard, right? It's a jumbo size postcard. And on the front, you have some Halloween-ish decorated, marketing on it. But it says, sorry, you got ghosted, ... And then on the back is your copy, right? I'm sorry you got ghosted, Patrick. I just found out that your house expired and didn't sell. I'm sure there's many reasons, but I'd like to talk with you about how we help our clients sell in a very, very competitive market. I'm sorry you got ghosted, but I think our team can help with our strategy. Here's some of our stats. Call me. Let's set up a strategy session. And at this point, you have nothing to lose. You've already been ghosted. Like, I think that's a fucking good campaign. That's a good campaign. Sorry you got ghosted, ... And then your copy is on the backside of that flyer. I don't know, you guys, we're all marketers. Patrick's like, I'm doing that right now. I think that I personally, if I got that and it was orange and it was black and it had the little ghost on it and it said, sorry you got ghosted, and the ghost was on the end of that flyer, ... with an ellipsis, I would turn that over and I would want to look at that.
I would call the person just because of how dope the card was and then go, even if I wasn't gonna relist. I'm like, yo, this at least got me, it's just because like you said, it's the moments that you create that create the miracles, right? Too many people are looking for the miracles. It's the moments, small moments that create them, and something like that creates a moment that person never thought they was gonna give you. That's incredible.
So think about this. So that person, that expired, is going to get your marketing. And what does it say instantly? That person's different, that person's creative. Like maybe if my other agent who didn't sell my house was creative in their marketing, maybe we would have been already on to the next chapter of our life, like they promised us.
There was another word, not just creative. You know what else you were? Aggressive. That's something a homeowner wants. I want someone that's a creative and aggressive.
Yeah, like you guys, this is a really, really cool campaign. I forgot where it came up. I'm so sorry if we haven't had this conversation before, but we're having it now. Listen, you still got time. You got 20 days to launch the "I'm sorry you got ghosted" ... campaign. Let's go over to Kelly. Kelly, what do you got for us? And we'll go to Evangeline. Kelly, what action did you take this week? The results in your business. Let's roll.
I got a cold this week, so I got thrown off my horse, but that didn't stop me. I did get my flyers out, and my flyers are stunning, and they're attracting a lot of talk in my neighborhood. I like it. And then I also hit up everyone in my CRM. Well, almost. I have like a system, and I got a lot of action there. I did write an offer, and I'm in negotiations right now. And the agent said to me, he said, "Is your buyer willing to die on that hill of not using my escrow company when my buyers are paying it?" I'm like, I cannot believe he said that to me. Yeah, like, are you sure your buyers are willing to die on this hill? Because if they are, I don't think it's gonna work. We need to use my Cypress escrow company. I'm like, who is Cypress? Anyway, no, I'm not. We're not gonna die on that hill, Robert. But what is the need to, like, they're paying for it? Like, okay, well, anyway, besides that, I did a lot of action and I wasn't feeling too well, and my house is clean and I have been feeling a little bit lonely, but other than that, I'm doing all right.
Okay, all right. Multiple levels here. Kelly, I'm glad that you're feeling better. But when Kelly first started talking, what did you guys hear in the way that she talked about her marketing?
Excitement.
Excitement. What else, you guys? What else? Take yourself off of mute.
Determination.
Confident.
Confident.
Yeah,
Happy.
she's like, my flyers are stunning.
They are.
Shit.
They are.
Right? Like you guys should be creating something that is absolutely appealing to the eye. And listen, and I'm going to be very, very real with you. How many of you want to go get a fucking $2 million listing right now? You would take that, you'd put it to market, you would host open houses, you would spruce that place up, you would stage it you would, right? So knowing that you would have to market that house to display your level of expertise when it comes to eye for design, when it comes to marketing, does your social media profile and your page express that right now?
I don't know. Maybe.
So that's your calling card, right? That's your credibility. If you say that you're an expert at marketing and you say that you have an eye for design, and then they go to your social media and you have half covered pictures and your mouth is like this, and that's your thumbnail. Kimosabi. It's time to look at it a little bit differently and know that if somebody goes to your social media, it is going to be a direct reflection of you, my friends, and how well you market yourself. You got to think about it that way. People are going to go there instantly and they're going to say, let me get a sense of how this person markets. You guys, I did a deep dive a couple years ago. I had those weird moments, your face is weird, and your mouth is open, you're trying to get a thumbnail. And so I went in and I changed all of them, and updated. And I'll just give you a quick example. This font here, right here, this Move the Needle, that font is the same font that Supreme uses on all of their marketing. So I went down that path. I'm like, okay, I want the Supreme, and I'm going to go back in and I'm going to put thumbnails over all of those. And so I went in and I did a deep dive, and I went in and I made sure that if something needed a thumbnail, it would have a thumbnail on it. And it was in alignment with the colors of my brand. And so Be conscious of that. And you guys could go in, you could remove things from your profile right now. You could remove from the main grid. You could make sure that it looks aesthetically pleasing. You could go in and change some of your thumbnails. Is it going to take some work? Absolutely. But that is your calling card. You're a marketer. So you guys want to make sure that that is the first glimpse. When you're out there handing out your stunning postcards or your stunning door knockers, you better watch your margins on the right-hand side, left-hand side. You better watch your margins on the top right or bottom and the top. You need to look at your font. You need to see if all of your fonts are matching or if it's weird. You want to make sure that it's centered. You want to make sure that when it needs to all be capitalized, it is. Like, you want to make sure that your attention to detail is like nobody else's, because that is what's going to separate you as a marketer. That's what's going to tell that listing agent or that homeowner, sorry, you got ghosted. Well, shit, nobody else did that. Nobody else did that. They didn't come correct in the marketing way that you did, and I want to go with you. Be conscious of it. Your page is a direct reflection of how well you were going to market. And I'll go toe to toe with anybody on that conversation. TT, let's go to you, and then we'll go to Evelyn, and then we'll go to Evangeline. TT, action you took this week and the results in your business. Let's roll.
Sure. So an action that I took is I changed my Zumba class from 10 to 12 noon, number one. And I did that so I can attend more meetings and attend the Thursday broker tour in my area. So I attended the broker tour yesterday in my area, met up with a friend who's also an agent, and she did a Twilight tour last night. And so she and I did a little video promoting the Twilight tour. It was my first Twilight tour last night. She had wine, cheese, cupcakes. I was like, girlfriend, we're going to get toasted here, but we didn't. Anyhow, I did connect with a fabulous lead. There was a couple that came in and looked at this property. They were there for about 30 minutes. And then I just had conversation with them to get to know them, their family. And then I said, hey, are you guys working with an agent? They said, no. Will you help us with this property? Yes. So anyhow, I sent them disclosures last night, sent them an email. I'm about to send them a video call again this morning, and they're going to retour the property on Saturday. So I am so glad I changed my Zumba class. I am so glad I went to the broker tour. I am so glad I met this couple.
Okay. I am too. Let's give her love, light, positive energy. You guys, when Tanisha speaks, when you see her face, what comes to mind? For me, it's her smile. I told her she got $1 million smile.
Confidence.
Confident. What else, you guys? Is there a level of energy?
Makes me feel happy.
Smart.
Like, just happy.
Passion.
Okay, so say again.
Passion.
Passion. You make people feel happy. The smile makes other people smile. Your son has the same smile. Like, he gets that from mama.
Healthy.
And so, healthy, radiant. Like, listen, girl, this is hyping you up right now.
Grateful.
Okay, listen. And here's my perspective on that. All the things that people hear from you and see from you right now that they just shared with you, TT, we need to see more of that. Like this, your face is not even in this video. Your face is not in this video, okay? And now let's continue. Your face is not in this video, okay? Your face is not in this video. TT, give people more of what they want. It is you. They don't want a fucking house and not being able to see you. Give them more of what they came for. They came for you. They want your energy, your radiant smile, your positive energy, your charm. That's what the people want. And you're not giving them enough of that right now.
Well, thank you. Sometimes I'm like, okay, well, it's about the house, but I guess you're right. Because I've noticed I get more comments when I show my kids and me, but I don't want to come across being arrogant, but you're right. No, it does work.
Listen, it's your personal brand. And we just ended Intensity with Iris, and Iris is in, it's a really good example. She's in Arizona, and I share her because she's just a really good example. She doesn't use any equipment at all. All she does is do property tours. That's it. She'll do 100 deals this year, but she is in all of her property tours. Here's a ranch. And she does this like dramatic intro to her video every single time. It's like become her thing. And then obviously when she closes, she'll do the professional shots, but like Most of her stuff, here's another one, a home tour. Cool. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,600 square feet, 382. No HOA, beautifully updated bonus room. And then let's go take a look. Her voice, her accent, she also does this in Spanish. Nobody else can be her. TT, anybody can do a property tour of the house, but not everybody has your energy and your radiant smile. Promise you, homie. I promise you. More of you in your content. What is missing is TT. Give us more of that.
I'll do it. I'll get
You
that
guys,
selfie stick, Kelly. Thank you.
you guys agree? So listen, it doesn't even fucking have to be a selfie. Just see, you already added friction. Fuck the selfie stick. Just go like this. What's up, you guys? I'm here at 1526 Plumas Drive. This is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath situated in beautiful River Islands. This house is listed at 800,000. Come with me. Let's go take a look. That's it.
Say no more. I'm doing it. Say no more.
You need nothing. Okay? How many people agree with me with what I just said to TT? Raise your hand. Give me some love. Give me some emojis. You, my friends, are the brand. You are the brand. I can't say it enough. I'll scream it from the mountaintops. I love you all, and I love you all enough to push you. Let's go, Brianna. You had your hand up really quick. Then we'll go Evelyn. We'll go Evangeline.
I'm just saying we need to see more of TT's face, more of that smile. And can we talk about how she's the mom of a pilot?
Yeah.
You raised a pilot, girl. Get on camera. Be
Right?
cocky, be arrogant. It's fine. Sometimes it's cute. Especially with a smile like that. It's cute. You're good.
Okay, I love all this. I love all this hype up for everybody. I love the care, the consideration, the words of affirmation. Brianna, I didn't know that chickens had swings. Does your chicken have a swing?
Okay, we're not talking about chickens right now. My chicken is depressed.
Well, maybe you should get him a swing.
No, she is molting. And she's very ugly right now. I can't even post her. It's so bad.
I don't even know what molting is, but
She lost all her feathers, guys. It's so bad. Three of them don't look that bad. I'll send private messages. I can't embarrass her. It's so bad. There's white feathers all over my yard, guys. Everyone's been asking about my chickens. I have to respect her privacy. She's naked. She's
oh my God.
vulnerable.
Get her a damn swing, because I saw it at the farm yesterday. They had a swing for the chickens, and they were actually on it. And then I sent it to Iris, and Iris is like, she sent me a video of her chicken coop. Her chickens have a swing, and they had hair.
Oh, mine doesn't have hair. I'm gonna buy her a swing. Maybe that'll help with her seasonal depression.
All
I'm
right,
gonna post her because it's so ugly. It's so ugly. It's funny, but I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad.
All right. Well, now we're all curious. I want to see the hairless chicken that's going through depression right now.
We're not shaming her, Brianna. We want to be able to comfort the chicken too and laugh at the same time.
Hashtag
but we're not
chicken shame.
shaming the chicken. Okay.
She's gonna no, I'm gonna get shamed. People are gonna think that she has like disease or something, but I swear she does not. My chickens do not have disease. It is her breed of chicken, and I only have one of her, and apparently it's a thing.
All right, we're gonna shift gears in the conversation. I appreciate you, Brianna. Let's go to Evelyn. Evelyn, action that you've taken this week in your business and the results. Let's roll.
This last week was my first week on Zillow leads, and I had anxiety the whole first weekend because I'm like, I didn't know what to expect. But I love the whole thing behind it because you get the calls and then you're like, you just got to come up with it on the spot and you go after. You don't even have time to think. You're just doing the damn thing. And it's been great. And I actually was able to convert 2 of my Zillow leads already from it. And I'm showing houses to one of them who's already pre-approved and everything. And then, yeah, so I've been super busy with the Zillow leads and I was super happy to be able to convert. I don't know why I'm just so much better in person than on the phone. So I take advantage that I have them in person and I just go straight for the buyer's consultation at the first showing. And it's been working because a lot of them get super happy about how much information I'm giving them, especially because most of them have been ghosted by realtors before, because they weren't ready. And so they really appreciate the fact that I kind of go through the process with them right there and then. And I feel like that's been helping with the conversion.
Well, good. I love this. I love this. Buyer consultation is a non-negotiable. I would highly recommend, because we track book a meeting from a meeting. Do that on a Zillow, or on a Zoom, or take them to coffee afterwards. But making sure that it's done no matter what. That buyer consultation is an essential, crucial, non-negotiable part of our process. But I'm really glad that it's working out for you. Mara recently got on leads as well, so it's really, really exciting to hear. Your old team leader said hi. I had a meeting with him yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a meeting with him
Well, now
yesterday.
you know who he is.
Yeah, so he called. He just needed some advice on growth, and so I got on a call with him yesterday, and so he said hi.
That is awesome. I love
Yeah,
that.
collaboration. Eventually, let's go over to you. What action did you take this week, and what were the results in your business? Let's roll. And the
Yeah.
date. Look, hold on. Just can you put her a little closer? Well, hi, mamas. Hi.
Hello. Hi, Gigi. Oh, he looked, you're even waving.
Saying hi. Oh, I love this. I
Um,
love this.
So we did a open house for our listing with me, Blessing, and Ramal, and it was a hit, probably from all of our door knocking. So that was great, and I had my husband there as an assistant to guide me and help me set up. But from that, we've gotten a lot of conversations. The phone's been ringing, so trying to drive an offer. I think to our earlier conversation of like personality type, with this type of property, of fixer, multi-unit, I'm definitely dealing with the analyticals where I need to have my numbers on deck and I need to have all my facts and figures. So Bless and I had the idea of like, well, let's get this all on a high note as basically a business proposition, because there is a strong rental demand here. So if you can if you can create the problem to then sell the solution, basically. So that's something that we're going to do from this, but it's been some good traffic so far as a result of said open house.
I love it. So Evangeline, really quick, what are you guys listed at right now? When did you go live?
We just went live last week, and we're listed at 2.899.
Beautiful. Do you have an offer deadline or no?
Yes, I think we're doing it Tuesday. So
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. And so you got a lot of good traction. How many people have downloaded disclosures thus far?
4.
Okay, all right. How many people have seen the property thus far?
16 groups, so multiple people.
Solid. And how close are you to the main drag there? What is that, Alvarado? Is that the main road?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, super close, like less half a mile away.
so there's a little place on Alvarado. It's like at the French door windows that open up. You can sit right there. They have the best pie in town. What's the name of that place?
The best time.
France-
It's Alta
Francine's.
Bakery. Alta Bakery.
No, it's called like Francine's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, check it out. It's amazing, incredible, great breakfast, great pie. Next time you're there, go check it out. And so really happy for you guys. Congratulations. And let's go. Did I have another hand up? All right, cool. Let's start the wrap session, you guys. I appreciate your guys' energy, your contribution. I love the light, the positive energy, the things that you guys said about TT. That's what this room is all about. So I want to go around the room, get some key takeaways from people on the call today. I'm going to go back over to our friend Vicky as a guest here. I'm going to go to Shrey and I'll go to Chris B. Vicky, one key thought, one key takeaway from our time together today. Let's roll.
Just the critical importance of knowing your audience. It's a very good reminder. Make sure you're speaking their language.
Totally. Absolutely. I appreciate you. Good to see you.
Good to see
Let's
you.
go over to Shrey. Shrey, over to you, and then Chris B.
I think my key takeaway is just understanding the different personalities that we hold, and then learning how to be able to mirror that with the clients and being able to get in the conversations with them. So I think that's my main takeaway.
So, quick question, you guys. Would you find it a benefit if we read that book together and then downloaded each week on Friday? I mean, that's a yes or no question. Yeah. All right. So listen, go and get the Social Styles Handbook. Okay. Cheap, $7-8. And then we'll start reading it. I've read it, but I'll read it again with you guys. And then we'll kind of download on Fridays and we'll just take that chapter and be like, all right, what was the things that you learned about yourself, about other people? What did you recognize? So let's read that. That will be our read for October. So we'll do that. We'll have some fun with it. Okay. So it's Ray, I appreciate your
Can you put
contribution.
it in the chat? What's the name of the book?
Yep. So hang tight really
Thank
quick.
you.
I'll pull it up on Amazon really quick. It is Social Styles. There it is. All right, cool. Kia, here we go. I want to make it easy for everybody. Boom, bam, copy link. We are in, and now it's in the chat down below. There you go, my friends. All right, let's go to Chris B. Chris B, key thoughts, key takeaways. Oh, and Chris, really quick, if you can grab the link and put it here so we can all vote, please do that if you have the ability to do so. But key thoughts and key takeaways, and then drop your link so we can vote for your son.
My key takeaways for the meeting is that to be aware of your own personality traits. That way you could know what irks you regarding other people, and just listen and counteract it so that everybody blends fluidly and communicate. And then also another key takeaway is TT is a superstar. She doesn't even know it. You know, like she says she doesn't want to look arrogant. There's no way you can look arrogant with your energy. Just take words from Kanye West. I use the arrogance as esteem to power my dreams. So, you know what I mean? It's not arrogance, it's confidence. And with your energy, go out there and make it happen because you're a star. You don't even know it.
Wow. TT, I absolutely love this. Here's the thing, Tanisha, we don't have to be, the people that know everything about this business. Our energy speaks loud before we even meet somebody. It speaks so loud when we walk into the room. That smile, that's the frequency that people are going to feel. And, we're as a conscious human beings, they understand vibrations, and you just know that's good energy. I'd hang out with I'll talk to that person. That energy will carry you until you know a lot of the other real estate stuff. So allow that to carry you through right now. So I'm going to come back to you, Tanisha. What were some key thoughts and key takeaways from your vantage point? Let's hear from you.
Sure. Wow. You guys are all going to make me cry because I actually really needed this. I was feeling a little down in the dumps the last couple of weeks because I have a lot of life transitions. And I think I was sulking the other day. And then the next day I was like, I'm done sulking. And that's when the whole Twilight tour came about. And I just got my first Zillow call, by the way. I forgot to even mention that during this meeting. And life, I'm just a little overwhelmed with all this love that you guys are giving me that actually came at the right time. So thank you. Thank you so much. I do often get told that my energy is infectious through Zumba. But then I'm like, how do I apply it in real estate? I guess I should just think the same way and bring the same confidence. And by you all telling me that just really gave me the encouragement that I needed. So thank you. Thank you. I'm so thankful. And yes, grateful is exactly how I feel. Grateful for the team, for the Dagon Twilight Tour, for this Zillow call, for my children, for Elias, for Mara, for Laura, everybody. I mean, I'm just thankful. Thank you.
Well, TT, I appreciate you. Listen, just go and just be the person you are and let it shine and allow people to feel that energy. And I promise you, amazing things are gonna come from that. Amazing things will come from that. And so, listen, you guys, you never know what you're gonna get from this group. And if you're not here, you don't know what you miss. See, sometimes you're gonna hear somebody say something. In this case, we didn't know that TT needed a message of encouragement or inspiration or girl, you got this, or what people see in her. We didn't know that she needed that. Maybe she didn't know that she was going to get that from us, but look what happened organically throughout this conversation. So you guys, that's the power of Keep It Moving. That's the power of this community that I've built. And so you guys get here, be involved, share your thoughts, share your vantage point, get involved in the conversation, you guys. That's what this is all about. So you guys, I just want to thank you. And Karen, I see you. Karen's my next appointment. But you guys, I just want to thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being students. Thank you for contributing. And thank you for taking action based on the things that we learn here together. So you guys, if you need anything at all, please let me know. And as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. And let's make this weekend a weekend that truly matters. Peace. I love you. You don't have to leave, but you cannot stay here. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. Peace.